Hello and welcome everybody to our podcast Don't Blame the Movies. And like always, with me is my beautiful, sometimes funny co-host, Nicole.
Sometimes funny. Always. Hi.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, you are also Canadian, so you're always nice to me.
This is true. Very nice.
So, we are talking about two movies today that came out, I think the one was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the other one was last week. And with which one do you want to start?
Should we just rip the Band-Aid off because I hated it so much?
Yeah, I was just waiting for this. Okay.
Oh, God.
Then do it. Say it.
The Matrix.
As you all can hear, Nicole is very hurt by watching this movie.
I was. Okay. The Matrix is a favorite of mine as a non-horror film, like that sci-fi, and just like I absolutely love it. Like this is how much I love that movie. Like the original. Like I have the original poster. I have action figures. Don't judge me. I am a total nerd.
Nerd. Yes.
I still have all the soundtracks to all three movies. Like the other two movies, I still love them. I enjoyed them because they were part of the trilogy, but still the original is my favorite. I've seen this movie so many times in the movie theater. I can't even explain to you how much I loved it. And we all know this, I've always been a big fan of Keanu Reeves ever since I was little.
Everyone is.
We know. Of course. So when I heard they were going to do a fourth one, I was kind of like, oh, no, why? Please don't. Like, I kind of like how they ended the trilogy where it like leaves it unknown, like the possibility of them coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I know how they say Oracle and I forget her name, the little girl, the computer program. Why can't I remember her name? I'm like drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, I know who you mean, but I can't remember her name either.
But she's like, do you think we'll see Neo again one day? And she's like, the Oracle responds with, I suspect so. And I love how it ends like that because it's like, it's the unknown. Back when it first came out, I was like, oh, I hope they make another one. Now years have passed. And when I heard this one was coming out, I was like, oh God, no, please don't. Like, just let it be. And I'm going to say this, they should have left it be. Oh God. Let's hear your input.
Well, to be fair, I mean, let's talk about the original Matrix first. There's no denying in how influential the first Matrix movie was. Because you had like this parodies of this bullet time in like every other movie that came out after the Matrix. And everything in this movie was, I don't know, it was so, I don't want to say perfect because I think perfect is an overstatement, but it was still so good, like perfectly crafted and everything, and there's a little bit of philosophy and stuff like this. It was pretty good. Then they made the first sequel and was like, yeah, okay, fine, I got it, like Neo activated cheat codes now and is like in God mode and beating up, 30 or 40 Agent Smiths. Okay, fine. And then there was the third movie that was like a little bit like, I don't want to say a disappointment, but for a movie called Matrix, it really didn't have much Matrix in it. It was more like, if they called it Matrix, the war about Zion or something like this, I think it would have made more sense. But yeah, it is what it is, and like that, I was like, okay, it was a fun trilogy. Like always, first one is the best, but let's go on with our lives. And then, I don't know, what was it, a year ago? There was this announcement, hey, Matrix 4 is coming out. And my first reaction was like, oh God, no, please, why? I mean,
but sorry to cut you off. I do have to admit, when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I can give this a shot. We'll
Well,
see where this goes.
I was I was a little bit torn, to be honest, because like it's like with all trilogies or let's call it franchises who got this long of a break, that the movie that comes after is never this good. Like, for example, we have this in the horror movie section, basically in with Scream. Like, it's the same. Scream 3 was very disappointing, but did we really need a fourth one? No, not really.
And now a new one.
Yeah, yay. Um, it's the same with Bill and Ted, for example. It's like the first two are pretty awesome, and the third one is like, ah, okay.
Don't even get me started on that one. Don't even, because
Or
I love Bill and Ted as well, and that movie came out, and I was like,
yeah, at
sorry.
least it wasn't really bad. It was like, okay. And then
Like, it was still their stupid selves, but it wasn't like the true Bill and Ted that I felt that we've all come to know.
yeah. And then I think what's the best example for a good trilogy, which got a shitty fourth part, is Indiana Jones. Because the trilogy, it was so good, so perfect, so everything. And then
Another one of my favorites.
and then there came this, what is it, Crystal Skull bullshit.
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah,
It doesn't
exactly.
exist.
That's what I mean.
It doesn't exist.
And this was because of my, let's call it, experience with disappointments in this field. I was like, oh no, please don't. But I was, after the first trailer came out, I was like, okay, maybe they can do it as well. Because, I mean, I know you don't want to hear this, but you will, well, you have to admit it. It is the same with Star Wars. Like, the first 3 movies were nearly perfect. And then came the Phantom Menace, and everyone was like, then there was the Attack of the Clones, which was like, and then there came the third one, which was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Then when they rebooted the series with Force Awakens, it was pretty good, and then it got shitty again. So, yeah.
I still like them even though they got shitty, and because I have a new favorite character, so shush you.
Yeah, I know you love Adam Driver. Everyone knows that by now.
I think people know that, because even people, it's kind of funny, they'll post like stuff in their stories and I'll like it, like send hearts or something, and the people will come back, comment, I know.
Oh, sorry, you were cut off for a second. You said they comment? Yeah, they comment?
They comment like, there's your man, and I send back like, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Wink wink. But like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, because I've been a big fan of, you kind of see that pattern of Keanu Reeves, Adam Driver, like, I've been big fans of them, more so Keanu Reeves obviously, and if I met either or, I'd probably be speechless, and I kind of would just like it as never meeting them, kind of a thing. Like, maybe, I shouldn't say that, maybe it would be amazing, because I hear Keanu Reeves is like a great actor to like run into on the street. Like, he's very humble and just, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
so
I heard this too.
I think I would probably be speechless. I'd be like, oh my god, I don't want to bug him, but I want a photo with him, please. But anyway, let's go back to the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually talk about this movie.
Yeah, I just want to say, let's begin to talk about it.
I'm just gonna tell you, when I got to the end and I sent you a message, I was like, it's okay. But I'm like, and then after a while, I was kind of like, started like dissecting it more and more, and I was just like, no, I changed my mind. I hated the movie. And then I read like comments, like reviews and stuff on it, and I was like, all these people felt the exact same way that I did. Because I think, like, in the beginning, like I told you, it's like, it totally messes with your mind for the first 15 minutes. You're like, what is happening? Like, of course, The Matrix kind of messes with your mind, of course. But you're kind of like the first 50, like 50 of the movie. You're like, what the hell is happening? The action scenes are terrible. The soundtrack sucks. I hate the name they picked for Trinity, like her real life name. I just, I was just not happy with it. Like they had a good cast. I hated, like even the guy who played young Morpheus. I like that actor, like, but I hated they didn't have Lawrence Fishburne. And you told me that you read they never even asked him.
No, that wasn't me who told you this.
That wasn't you?
No.
Then who did I discuss that with?
Who else are you discussing movies with, young lady?
Anybody on my social media. I'm trying to think, who was it who told me that?
Oh my god.
Who was the faceless who told me that? I can't remember. But I was like, apparently they didn't even ask Lawrence Fishburne to be in the movie. I never looked to confirm that, but I was just like, I don't want to know because I'm so mad about the movie anyway.
Well,
and like, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say there's this little, let's call it, this little meta moment in it, because in this, let's call it reality Neo lives in now as Thomas Anderson again. He is this game designer and made a game trilogy called The Matrix. And I remember him having a conversation which went like, blah blah blah, I know the trilogy is successful and everything, but we want to do a fourth part because I think it said Warner Brothers, well, basically wants more money. And even Neo himself was like, yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. So I like this little meta moment in there because it was like, to be honest, it was a little bit foreshadowing. Because I was
of course.
Okay, that's exactly what I think about the fourth movie. Because it wasn't really necessary. It was just to cash. I don't want to say cash in on the name, because I still think Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss are very excited to be part of this and really wanted to do this, like after probably being asked for the 100th time or something like this. But still, it's like this.
I will tell you what, like, I love their chemistry on set, and I love their characters in the original. I love how they're separate, and like, but they still come together as a whole, and they're both very strong characters. I found in this one, that they made, to me, I feel like they made Neo weak in this one. And
Yeah.
I felt they made Trinity this very strong, independent role, which, don't get me wrong, I still love her character, like her strong independence in the originals.
Yeah, just wanted to say the same, yeah.
Whereas this, it's like they switched everything and like they changed the whole storyline, and I didn't like. I'm just going to come out and say it. Can I come out and say it?
Say it.
I hate the fact that, boom, when he tried to fly, I was like, no, it's her. Right away, I knew right then and there. I'm like, it's her. It's not him anymore. It's her. And obviously, it's confirmed that she's the one that flies. She has some of his power, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't like that whatsoever. I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm like, no, that wasn't the purpose of the Matrix from the beginning. Why are we changing the story?
I mean, we discussed this already, like, after I watched the movie. But still, let's discuss it again. Because I totally get what the intention of this was. We already discussed it.
Yeah.
It was like, because the director had this this change in gender as well. And so she wanted to bring this to the big screen, or probably it was a big influence. Look, let's put it this way. And I totally get that. But the thing is, it feels so unearned for Trinity to be the one right now after Neo. Like, Neo started from getting pulled out of the Matrix and learning Kung Fu and everything via Morpheus and stuff like this. And nothing ever felt unearned. Like, everything he did by basically learning how to interact with the Matrix. He never went back in and was like, ha, I'm God now. No, he went in and then he learned how to interact with Matrix.
I have to say, I have to admit, I still like that line where he's like, "I still know kung fu." Okay, that was cute. It had its moments. I will say that.
Oh yeah,
Go on. Sorry.
I just want to say, and yeah, I kind of get it. Trinity is way longer in the Matrix than Neo was, and so maybe you can argue, yeah, but she knows the Matrix as well. Yeah, fine, but still, I don't think it's. I don't know. It just feels unearned for Trinity to be the one now, and being this let's call it god or something like this. I don't
Yeah.
know. It doesn't really feel right.
No, it doesn't.
Especially it was the end, and and now I can fly. Bye. Okay.
I yeah, it had its parts that I was like, okay, I didn't mind that part. Like I did. I have to admit, I thought it was funny when she was kicking what's his face's ass at the end, and he's like telling Neo, "Can you control her?" He's
Yeah.
just kind of sitting back and just like kind of like no, like
To be
so.
to be honest,
Go ahead.
now I have to interrupt you. Neil Patrick Harris
Yes,
is the best thing in this movie. He's totally perfect for this role.
I love Neil Patrick Harris. I think he's awesome.
Oh yeah, he totally he's like I said, he's perfect for this role he played in this movie.
Hmm. But even like the actor who played Agent Smith, I wasn't really like I like that actor, but I wasn't too keen on his role.
Yeah, this is the one thing that annoyed me as well was like uh, that let's call it Agent Smith. He didn't call Neo Mr. Anderson anymore, just like Tom. Like, oh come
Oh,
on, it's I
Tom.
no, it's Mr. Anderson. Call him Mr. Anderson for fuck's sake.
Because that's all we know him as, Mr. Anderson,
Yeah,
when
and
he's in like.
I don't know,
Go on.
it felt so wrong. Like,
Did you feel dirty?
no, I don't know. It not in this way. It feels like it doesn't really fit the character of Agent Smith, even though he's free and stuff like this. But it doesn't feel like Tom would be something he'd say to someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this though because I didn't like it and I have the box set and I have like the bust and everything that I am still gonna get the movie because it goes with the set. Although I did make the comment, I wish I could get that Men in Black like eraser thingy to erase my memory that I even saw this movie. But if they continue on with this, I'll probably still watch it to see where it goes, but I won't be in a rush to see it. You know what I mean? It's something that I'm like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can wait for it. But as for the Matrix itself, the first three movies, that's my Matrix. This is not my Matrix. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Hashtag not my Matrix.
yeah.
No, I totally get what
Uh,
you mean. I mean, like in this Matrix, we are both like, okay, first day theater tickets, let's go. And I think if it comes out, even we don't know about it, but if Matrix 5 comes out, I would be like, well, okay, let's maybe watch it next week or something. Like I'm in no rush to watch it on opening day.
Same. I was in such a rush to watch this on opening day because I didn't want to get spoilers. And yeah, not happy with it. But I'm like, maybe if I watch it again when I'm really bored.
Yeah, I watched it again before we did this podcast, and no.
No, okay, so it just confirms my.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we did. I watched this movie after the other movie we're going to talk about, and there is no comparison whatsoever.
Yeah, this movie set the bar pretty high.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want to give this Matrix movie a rating just because it
Yeah,
was not good in my book.
you have to.
All right, well, what are you rating it?
Well, I was thinking about it and was like, okay, like I didn't really like the story. This is no secret. We already discussed this. The music was a little bit like, It's
I
like,
know the originals, like the music. I love the music in the originals.
oh,
Continue.
and there is a fight scene, I think in the middle somewhere where they are in this warehouse or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I didn't notice these things earlier, but there's this fight scene and yada yada and fight. And suddenly everything goes to slow motion on, and there comes this. I just call it like this, you know what I mean? This horror violence come in. It's like this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is this is the exact same sound. I mean, I don't know if it's the exact same, but it sounds like the exact same sound. I used for a trailer I did like years ago for for a short story or something like this. And this is a royalty-free sound. Like, it's like you go on a website, you can use it, have to say, oh, I got it from this and that source, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why are they using this? This makes no sense. They have so much money and so much access to let's call it better music, not free shit like I had to use. So I don't know why, but this bugged me. I'm going to look for my trailer later and I'll send it to you, and then I'll send you the if I can find it, the scene where this sound plays, because this was very annoying to me for some reason. It was more annoying than it should be. But anyway, let's continue. The music is like okay, it's like the same like in the first one, but kind of worse. I don't know. It's like it felt a little bit weird. The only thing, the visuals were pretty cool. Oh, and one thing that annoyed me as well was when they mentioned bullet time in the movie. Like, they really named it bullet time, but it was basically just a slow motion because there was no bullet involved. It's like, yeah, I know, I get it. It's like that. I think one of the scenes where Neil Patrick Harris interrupts or slows down everything and explains Neo, yeah, this is that and this is that, and now I could shoot Trinity and you could do nothing about it. Just try to save her, and yada yada yada. And when Neo tries to punch him, he explained it with, yeah, bullet time, haha. But no, it's just slow motion. And bullet time was something completely different in at least in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, acting was like, okay, you have to be very, very strong right now, because I have to be very, very honest. Keanu Reeves wasn't a really good actor in this one. He I don't know, he looked a little bit bored, to be honest. Well, not bored, but more like, yeah, why I'm still doing this shit.
I told you his character seemed very weak.
It's not weak, it's like himself as an actor was like, okay, I have this emotion, then I'm a little bit angry, that's an emotion check, and then whoa, I still know Kung Fu. It's like, I don't know, it was not what I expected, to be honest. And so I think I'll end with a 5 out of 10.
That's a lot higher than what I give it.
Yeah, I know. Because remember when I first watched it, I gave it a 7. But then for me it was the same thing with you. Like, the more I thought about it, the more it annoyed me. And the more things I noticed to be annoyed of. And that's why it dropped to a 5 out of 10.
Do you want to guess my rating?
An 8 out of 10. Now I have no idea.
I hated it so much, so why would it be an 8?
because you're still a super Keanu fan.
I am, and I still love The Matrix, but not this one. Hashtag not my Matrix. 3 out of 10.
And you said I was rough. Oh, okay.
Okay. That was how mad I was with this movie, so do not judge me.
Oh, I do judge you? Okay.
I was so looking forward to it, and then I was so bummed that when I went to work the next day, I told everybody. I was like, don't waste your time. And they were like, what? I was like, it's terrible. And I said, they changed the storyline, and some people asked, so I told them, and they said, well, that sucks. I'm like, you don't believe me? Read the reviews. And then my one coworker, he was like, I don't care, I'm still going to go see it. I love Carrie Ann Fisher. And I just laughed, and I said, oh my God, I just call her Carrie Ann Fisher.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did I seriously just call her that?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I think there's something not right here.
Wow. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And mind you, she just passed away not that long ago. Well,
yeah, I think
of her death.
5 years ago.
Yeah, it was her anniversary the other day.
And it was not Carrie Ann Fisher, it was Carrie Fisher, by the way.
Yeah, it was. He said Carrie Ann Moss. I don't know why he said Fisher. Anyway, he said he was still gonna go for her. I was like, hey, I like her as an actress. I think she's great, but this role was not good.
Yeah.
I like her in the original Matrix films. I liked that, how strong she was there, and she wasn't like a major like lead role as much as Neo. Like she was still one of the main roles, but she wasn't like, you know what I mean, taking from the one.
I get it.
But her presence was known. So anyway, yeah, 3 out of 10.
Okay. I think it's very good that YouTube disabled the dislike button, so yeah.
It did?
Yeah, it did. You can't see the dislikes now anymore. Except when you go into your statistics, then you can still see them. It's so dumb, to be honest. It's like every creator on this side is like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? This is the dumbest decision you had in a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go... Huh?
Everything's about feelings now, that's why. But let's continue.
No, it was like YouTube made this excuse. Yeah, we want to protect smaller creators from getting like dislike bombed. But there's no really such a thing as dislike bombing. At least it doesn't really happen regularly, let's put it this way. And every video that got massive dislikes earned them. Like, it was a really, really bad video, or like a really, really controversial statement or something like this. So I say nothing, or not one of the videos that got many dislikes didn't really deserve them.
Oh, okay. One more quick point.
Yes, point it.
My hair was cut in style just like Trinity's way back when the movie first came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like short like that and style. And I had my original dark hair then too, my brunette self. So, yeah. Don't judge me.
So you're really a super, super fan.
Uh-huh. And this one just ruined it for you. Okay.
Okay, do you want to go to a better movie?
Yes, please.
Then let's talk about Spiderman. I have forgotten. No Way Home.
Oh my goodness.
This
must be...
To be fair, this movie titles are a little bit confusing because the first one is called Homecoming, then was like Far From Home, and now it's No Way Home. It's meant to confuse you.
I was just gonna say it's probably because it's the period in between Christmas and New Year's where everybody ate like a piece of shit over Christmas, and right now you're having the effects of it in these like couple long dragged out days, right? And then boom, New Year's hits. At least I feel that way. I feel like blah.
Yeah, Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. I think with the Spider-Man movie, I was the first one that watched it and was like, "Oh, dude, you have to watch it. Go, look it, watch it, do it."
Sure thing, sis.
Yeah, isn't
My,
isn't
can,
this weird when guys call you dude? Like, the fuck
I
is
can't
wrong with
stand
you?
it. I can't stand it, and I can't stand when they call me bro, and it's just like
Yeah, it's so weird.
I hate it. So that's always my comment back to somebody when they call me like dude, bro, sit. I just say yeah, whatever, sis, or just like whatever comment back because it's like I know most people don't care about those stupid things. I don't know why, but it bugs me. I don't know why.
Well, you can comment back like, "Yo, puss, what's going?"
Oh man. My one friend though, she calls me Dudette, and we've called each other that since
Dude, that is cool.
we've we've known each other for like ever. So she'll be like, "Hey Dudette, what's up?" And just like, "Nothing much. What's up with you?" So it's like something like we've always called each other that. So, but it's still kind of I'll take that over, bro, dude.
Yeah, to be honest, even me, I don't know if it annoys me, but it's like, I don't know. It's still probably because it's an English American thing or whatever. But I feel so blah when someone calls you, "Yo, bro, yo, dude," or "yo, mate." It's like, you don't know me. I'm not your bro, dude, or mate. I'm like,
I'm gonna start.
hello, stranger from the internet. This is the correct
I'm,
way to address me right now. Thank you.
I'm gonna start calling you all of those. And I'm not a stranger. So anyway, let's continue. We're going to talk about the better of the movies that I viewed last week.
Yes.
That I wish I would have watched The Matrix first and then this one. I would have been so much more happier.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We are talking about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
You sound so excited.
To be honest, I was kind of torn because of all the rumors of this movie. Because, oh, did you hear? Maybe Tobey Maguire is in it and Andrew Garfield, and then like, oh no, they are not. But they have been seen on set. Oh, probably they have a cameo. Yeah, it was a little bit more than a cameo. And to be honest, I really loved this one because
Did.
the
Go ahead.
the moment I saw the trailer with Doc Ock, it was like, oh, this is going to be the movie for me. That's going to be great. It's like,
I love
oh
that
yeah,
he was in it. I love that he was in it.
yeah, and even damn it, what's his name? Jamie Foxx. Yeah, he came back as Electro, and even what's his? Damn it, Willem Dafoe came back as Green Goblin.
No, I was so happy he was back too.
And he even made fun of himself because there's this meme of him saying, "I'm a little bit of a scientist myself," and he said it again in this movie. I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah. You know what? I thought this movie was great from beginning to end, and I was so happy that they brought, like, obviously we all knew rumors about all three Spider-Mans, like Andy, Toby, and Tom were all going to come together. Like, we all knew that was going to happen, just even from the spoilers. And I actually loved how they all came together and worked as a team.
Yes.
They had their funny moments. I loved how they brought back all the originals. And, like, to be fair, I never really watched Amazing Spider-Man with Andy. I never really watched it. So when I saw the scene where he saves, oh my God, what's her name?
MJ?
Yeah, MJ saves her, and people were like, so like, yes, like he got to like redeem himself. So I actually did go back and I watched that, like the Amazing Spider-Man. I was like, oh, I get that. He was like so like the poor guy, you know. So he definitely, I understand why he needed that for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I really
But
like this is one thing I like about the MCU and the Marvel universe and stuff like this. That because they include so much characters and other actors from other movies, like in this one Doctor Strange again, to help
mhm.
out to create this kind of storyline. Like if you have a pure straight Spider-Man movie like Toby did or Andrew did, I don't think they could have accomplished this because first you have to explain who Doctor Strange is and what he does, and this is all. I think this would have taken too long for people to really understand Doctor Strange and his powers. And because we have the MCU, many or most people know who Doctor Strange is, what he can do, and so he's just in this movie, and everyone understands it.
Mhm.
And yeah,
It's
I was like really happy how this movie played out from start to end. Although the end is a little bit sad, but yeah.
It is sad because I hate that it's like, okay, so nobody knows obviously that was his goal. He didn't want anybody to know that he was Spider-Man. Okay, I get that. But like I hate the fact that okay, so now like where did his high school years go? Like these friends he made over like during school and stuff like that, like they don't exist anymore either. Like they have no idea. So it was kind of sad to see him in the end where they like he goes to where the cafe and it was kind of like they had no idea who the hell he was. And you kind of feel
Yeah.
bad for him because now he's like alone.
Yeah, and
So,
that's one thing because I watched the other day a review. I think it was yesterday or the day before from YMS. Your movie sucks on YouTube. Uh,
yep.
and he made an interesting point. He said, okay, he totally gets all this people forgetting who Peter is and stuff like this, but at the beginning of the movie, everyone filmed Peter as Spider-Man or Peter with MJ on their phones. What happens to this footage? Like, do people like wake up, look at the phone, and like, oh, I have this weird video of a guy with MJ. What is this about? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Because it all the let's call it the magic only tampers with people's minds and not with what happened. And this is because, and this is another sad moment in this movie, this is because Aunt May is still dead.
Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. Not COVID or anything.
Yeah.
Continue, sorry.
Yeah, this is because Aunt May still stays dead and doesn't come back. And this is like the same thing then, okay, if it only messes with people's minds and memories and stuff like this, there should be still a lot of footage of Peter, and I think even Peter in the Spider-Man costume, on people's phones or the news stations or whatnot.
Oh, well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he cast the spell so strong that it deleted everything.
Yeah, I think it's just a minor loophole.
Detail.
Yeah.
Minor detail they might have missed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't notice this myself if he didn't mention it, so yeah. But it's a good point to make.
I will say this though, like the part where like Toby gets stabbed in the back, I was like, oh no! I thought he was like dead. I was like, oh no! Oh wait, he's still alive, thank God.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, do they really kill one of the original Spider-Mans here in this movie? Please don't.
Not Toby.
Toby's so cute.
I have to admit though, like out of the Spider-Man movies, my favorite one is Tom's. Toby, I enjoyed it. I find Andy to be the weaker of the three.
Yeah.
I find Tom fits the role the most. I can't get over Toby's ridiculously ugly cry. That's why. The memes. There's so many of the memes.
And the same thing here is like the third part of Tobey's Spider-Man trilogy was the weakest. I still think the second one was the strongest.
Yeah.
But with
You know what?
Tom's Spider-Man, I think all three were pretty good and pretty solid. With the third one now even the best.
You know what's funny? I'm actually going through reviews as we're talking, and everyone's like amazing, 5 out of 5 stars, and only one I've come across absolutely hated it.
Oh,
Awful movie. The plot sucked and had awful pacing, humor, and dialogue.
wow.
They got 1 star.
Well, everyone is entitled to their opinion.
It's
And
crazy,
their
but
opinion is
no,
just wrong.
no, everybody is entitled to their opinion, but it's just funny how everyone's like, this one's a no spoiler review, blah blah blah. Heads up, this is a spoiler. But it's like boom, 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 like Marvel hit the mark, and then you find that one odd one that was like, this movie sucked. Which, you know what, it's true. Everybody's gonna have their opinions, right? Like I'm sure there's like
Of
a
course.
lot of people that love The Matrix, and there's people that I follow and follow me, and they said how much they loved it and how much it gave us diehard Matrix fans what we wanted. I'm like, I'm a diehard fan, and no, it didn't. Am I the one that thought it was like? Am I the only one? Like, did I miss the point? Anyway,
Well, let's look it up. So on Metacritic, The Matrix Resurrections has a user score of 3.8 out of 10. It's
no.
700 ratings. So people
So I wasn't wrong.
people are not this happy with it either. Let's go to Rotten Tomatoes. There, people are a little bit more happy about it. There's a 63% audience score. Over 1,000 verified ratings. But the reviews are the same, like 65 on both sides.
Huh. Oh.
Yeah. Anyway,
Either way, out of those 2 movies I watched before Christmas, I preferred No Way Home.
yeah, it was like, to be honest, it was such a good movie. It hit all the right notes. Like even if we knew Toby and Garfield are coming back, it still was kind of a surprise how they came back and that they really had a major role in this movie and not just a little cameo. So I was really, really happy with this movie.
Same, because even like, okay, so like we go back to like Ghostbusters, to kind of go back to that one, where like I wanted more and I wish the original cast like made an appearance and wasn't a cameo. I love the fact that this movie, it wasn't a cameo. It was actually, yeah, like you said, they were in the movie. It wasn't just like, oh, here I am for 5, 10, 15 minutes making my little notice and get paid like my millions and peace out. No, they were actually in the whole movie. So, and I loved it. And I love that they brought back all the old villains, everything.
Yeah. And they even looked like they had a lot of fun doing this.
It did. It looked like So I really loved it. There's nothing bad that I could say about it, to be honest. Only just that I wish I watched that after The Matrix, because then I would be more happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was like, watch this first and then watch The Matrix, and it was like, oh, this sucks. You're on a high because of watching No Way Home. And then it was like, what the hell was this shit with The Matrix? Where it's like, you know, I should have done the opposite. Matrix first and then that. So,
yeah.
But I enjoyed it overall. They did a great job.
And to be fair, I think out of all the Matrix, I just want to say, the Marvel movies that came out this year, I think Spider-Man is the strongest one as well.
I agree too. And to be fair, like out of the Marvel characters, Spider-Man was never really like one that was like, oh my god, I love Spider-Man, you know what I mean? But I still watch it because it's part of the Marvel universe.
Okay,
you know?
Who were always your favorites in the Marvel universe? If it wasn't Spidey.
I like Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man. But I also love the X-Men. It was more about the X-Men.
Oh yeah. Well, funny thing, Captain America, well, obviously, is not as popular over here. Like He's now
I
because of all the Marvel things, but he wasn't before.
could see that.
Yeah,
It could be, his name and all.
yeah, maybe. No, because
But like,
even when I think about it, I watch the movies and like, yeah, they are entertaining, but they are not for me. Like, I mean, I
it
get
was
it,
kind of
yeah, but still,
it was kind of funny, like growing up and watching like the Marvel cartoons and stuff like that. I'd watch like X-Men and that, and then as soon as I knew Spider-Man was coming on, I was like, time to go out and play. I
okay.
don't know why. I think it was like the old version cartoon, and I was just never into it. And like, I have a coworker. He's like, "Oh, Spider-Man's not my favorite," and I'm like, "Dude, you have a lanyard, all Spider-Man. You have a nursing cap, that's Spider-Man. Like, you talk about how you want to be like bulk, like Oh no, my mistake. He wants to be bulk like Superman. Wrong
Okay.
universe. Wrong
A little
universe.
bit, yeah.
But he actually does have a Spider-Man lunch pail. So I'm like, you tell me that you don't like Spider-Man, but you have all these items. And he dresses up like Spider-Man for Halloween with his kids. So
Well,
like
over here, Marvel wasn't really a big thing before Iron Man. Like, maybe you had this nerd somewhere who liked the comic books or something like this. But if you'd asked people for who's your favorite Marvel superhero, I think 8 out of 10 would have said, okay, tell me who is a Marvel superhero, because I don't know. And then if you say Spider-Man, Hulk, blah blah blah, most people would have said Spider-Man. Because Captain America wasn't a thing over here, Thor was no thing over here, Iron Man, not really, Black Widow, no, Hawkeye, no, only Hulk and Spider-Man were the main, like, superheroes we know.
yeah.
I think over here we are more like with the DC universe, because everyone knows Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Supergirl, whatever. They are more common over here, like before the Marvel universe and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's it's funny. It's the total opposite, because everyone has a nerdgasm about Marvel, and DC is a little bit like, we try to imitate Marvel, but we can't.
And that's the sad thing because I do love like some DC characters and like they're not. I will still say this to this day, and I'm sorry that people do love him as Batman. Why Ben Affleck? Why? Why? I will never know.
Probably.
You might as well. You might as well make Robin Matt Damon. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
All I can think of is what is that movie? Oh my god, what the
Team America?
Team America.
Matt Damon, Matt Damon.
Like, why? You know?
Probably because he is better than George Clooney. And to be honest, after we got Christian Bale, it's like no one could top this. It was just insane.
Yeah, those were good. We'll have to see how the new Batman holds up. Just saying.
I'm a little bit torn already on what's his name, Robert Pattinson as Batman. It's like, I'm not sure. Even after the trailer, I'm more like, I don't really want to watch it, but I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that. But I'll still watch it. He might actually surprise us all, though.
Yeah, I really hope so. Like,
because that was the same thing with Heath Ledger when everyone was like, what? He's going to be the Joker. And he did such an amazing job.
Oh, yeah, I think...
he might surprise us.
I think, to be honest, Heath Ledger is really one of the strongest Jokers ever put on film, including Jack Nicholson.
Of course.
This was an amazing performance.
You didn't like Joaquin Phoenix's performance?
Sure couldn't. He did a performance as Joker? When?
You never saw Joker?
Oh, this Joker. Okay, no. I didn't really like it.
I actually liked it but someone asked me, I know we're like getting way off track here, You're like, how would you compare that to Heath Ledger's Joker? And I'm like, you can't. They're two different types of storylines.
We're getting
You
off
can't
track.
compare.
Completely new.
I
Yeah.
know. Let's just okay. We'll save this one for another day.
No, it's
Let's
okay.
get out of
It's
the
okay.
DC. Let's get out of the DC universe and go back to Marvel.
No, it's
So,
okay. I totally get what you're saying, but I mean, I
um,
think I said this before. Like, I like the acting of him, but I didn't like the movie itself. Like, I think back then I gave the Joker movie a 6 out of 10.
I'm sorry. I felt like you cut out there. You said a what?
A,
An 8 out of 10? I think that's what I heard.
a 6 out of 10.
No, I heard 8.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's why I'm
So what
correcting
would
it
you
to a 6 out of 10.
um so what would you rate the new Spider-Man?
Oh, I give this a 9 out of 10 because it was so enjoyable, it was so entertaining, it was so good, and it had 3 Spider-Mans in it.
I give an 8 out of 10. I still loved it. There's really nothing I hated about it, but it's not still fully perfect. Like every movie has their flaws, right? So
Yeah. But
but
like,
still fairly great movie.
exactly, like I said, it was, even with its little flaws, it was an enjoyable movie. There was many things that were fun, so yeah. Okay, then movies of 2022. What are you looking forward to? I'll tell you a few titles and then you can say yes or no, okay?
Okay. Okay, sounds good.
Okay, we have Morbius, also a Marvel movie.
Yeah, actually I am kind of looking forward to
I
that.
think the first one, the first few Marvel movies. Then we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Actually I watched the trailer the other day and that actually looks really decent.
Yeah, I really look forward to this one. Morbius, not so much, to be honest.
It's okay. I'm more into like the darker side, so I'm more excited for Morbius, but I am still excited for Doctor Strange. So continue on.
Then we have Thor, Love and Thunder.
I like Thor, so
Yeah,
well, let's wait and see.
we'll see. Then we have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
It took me so long to watch the first one. And then I actually really liked it, but I don't know how they're gonna pull this one off without Black Panther, right?
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same, so, well, let's see.
I'll still watch it, but it's not like one that I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to see it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the same with me. It's like, yeah, I probably watch it, but not like opening day.
Yeah, I can wait.
Okay, then we have Black Adam.
Why do I not know what that is?
Because I don't know either.
Okay, so next movie.
I don't know if this really comes out in 22, but
Is it like a dark version of
Kylo Ren?
what's his
No.
face? I just looked up. It's The Rock. So
Okay.
it's a DC character, and it's The Rock. Pierce Brosnan's in it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably watch it. It's just I kind of feel sometimes The Rock. Like I love Dwayne Johnson, but sometimes I feel he plays a lot of the same roles.
Yeah.
I still like him though.
Well,
you know.
Like I said, maybe I watch it. I'm not sure really yet. The next one, I'm a little bit torn too. It's Avatar 2.
I liked the first one, but it was like really, really long.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then I don't know if you saw this. It was what's it called in English? Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think, the cartoon one.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Same thing. I'll watch it when it comes.
Well, this one was actually pretty good, and next year is going to come a sequel that's called Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we have another big franchise closes the trilogy, Jurassic World Dominion.
I'm excited because I love Jurassic Park and like with the original cast being in this one. Yes.
Uh,
So
I'm kind of torn because the second one was so dumb. I didn't really like it at all. Like, what was it
I
called?
know.
Fallen Kingdom?
Yeah, I get it because like the original one is my absolute favorite, so I
Oh
get
yeah,
it.
by far, by far. Okay, then we have John Wick Chapter 4.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'll never get tired of those movies. Anytime a man will do anything for a dog, sign me up.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. To the next one, I'm kind of torn again. It's called Halloween Ends.
You know, I'm looking forward to seeing it because it is part of the horror community and but like I wonder like how they're gonna end it or is this gonna continue on? And you know at some point they're gonna still kind of continue on things. So
Yeah, but
I'm still I'm still excited to see it. So
eh, we'll see. Then a movie I'm really excited to see because I watched a trailer and when I heard Tom Holland was playing the main role, I was a little bit like, I'm not so sure about it. But in the trailer, he looked pretty okay. That is Uncharted.
yeah, that actually looks but it reminds me of Tomb Raider.
Well, technically, it's exactly this because if you think about it, Tomb Raider is like a female Indiana Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And Uncharted is like the same thing. Like I think he combines a little bit the let's call it the not the athletic style, the shooting and the acrobatic style a little bit of Lara Croft with the wits and basically the stupid jokes of Indiana Jones. And that's Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Gotcha.
then we have Scream 5.
Um, I'm kind of on the fence about it because I do like the original, but I just feel like sometimes that the Scream franchise has been so overkill lately
Mm-hmm.
that it's like shoved in my face, and we've talked about this before that I see it everywhere. As much as I still like Ghostface, the original Scream, um, but I'm still gonna watch this. It comes out with what in the next few weeks, so we'll see what happens. And of course, I'm gonna do like a post for it because we have to.
Yeah. Okay. I just saw this is a really long list, so I'll go in a more quicker way now, and you
uh,
just say yes or no if excited or not. Okay.
okay.
Okay. The Batman.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Yep.
Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Nope.
Okay, good. Oh wow, I didn't even notice. Mission Impossible 7.
Yes.
Yeah, kinda.
I like Mission Impossible. Continue.
Exactly. The Flash.
No.
Well, I'm kinda because finally he gets his own backstory. So yeah, we'll see. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm on the fence.
To be honest, I'm surprised it is a Netflix movie. I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm.
Orphan First Kill.
On the fence.
I was like, I don't know either. Hocus Pocus 2. 2. Sorry.
Twice. On the fence because I love the original and I felt like a second one didn't need to be made.
Oh yeah, I totally understand this. Okay, then there are some movies I don't really give a shit, so Top Gun Maverick.
Yes, please. I'm waiting for that one.
Really?
Yep.
I think I'm one of the few individuals who never saw Top Gun.
Oh, now you have to. Okay, next.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I never saw the first one, so no.
Same. Lightyear.
No.
Not? What
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Buzz Lightyear, the solo movie from the Toy Story character Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, no. I like the original Toy Story, but give me a break.
Probably
Continue.
the next movie is more for you. Minions: The Rise of Gru.
No.
Oh. Knives Out 2. I'm really looking forward to this one because Knives Out 1 was such a good movie.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Oh boy. Hotel Transylvania Transformania.
You know what? The first few were actually pretty cute. So, and I got some nephews, so I will be taking them.
Well, here's a movie for you then. Dog.
Dog. Oh yeah, that's with what's his face? Channing Tatum.
Oh, okay. I only see the small pictures, so I have no idea. Looks like this buddy cop thingy, just with
Sold. Dog.
just with the dog. Oh, here's something for you. Legally Blonde 3.
Fuck you. No.
Jackass Forever.
Eh.
DC League of Super Pets.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Dwayne Johnson, I think, is in it, and Kevin Hart too, because I saw the trailer.
Yeah, I think this was the most major movies that come out next year. I'm just checking if. Oh yeah, I almost forgot this. Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
You know what? I only really watched the first one. Never really cared to watch the rest. So.
Yeah, you didn't really miss much. Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
Oh hell yeah! I will see this one. I want to see this one. I need it. Then we have.
What about?
Huh?
What about Nope?
I have no idea what about Nope because I have no idea what
that
this movie
was
is.
done by Jordan Peele, so that's supposed to come out in July.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay. Nope. I mean, nope. Yes or no?
Insidious as well. There's a new one. And Terrifier.
I just want to say Terrifier 2, Hellraiser. To be honest, I never really cared about Hellraiser.
Me either.
Oh, I didn't know this. Wolf Creek 3.
Eh.
And here's a movie I'm honestly a little bit excited about because it looks so weird from the trailer. Everything, Everywhere, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It's an A24 movie, so it's going to be weird and unique, and I'm already excited for this one.
I do want to see The Black Phone.
Oh, I think you sent me a trailer like ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. To be honest, when I think about it, this year wasn't really a good year for horror movies.
No, it really wasn't, to be honest.
Did we have a good horror movie this year? I'd say Last Night in Soho, but it wasn't really a horror movie. It was more like a psychological thriller.
Quiet Place 2 wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, Quiet Place 2 was good. True.
I still liked The Conjuring. It wasn't the best, but I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed from Halloween.
I didn't like Candyman.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this one either. I was like, meh, okay. I mean, nice try, but wasn't for me.
Nope. So I guess this is our last podcast for the year then.
Yeah, this is the last podcast, and yeah, I'd say if I mean, probably we will talk about Scream 5 when it hits theaters in, what was it, January?
Yep, in a few weeks actually, not even.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably our next podcast if everything goes right. If life doesn't come in the way or something like this. So I'd say we'll meet again for Scream 5 and for me to tear it apart.
Sounds like a plan. So let's wish everybody, I guess, a happy New Year.
Of
Wish
course.
everybody a happy New Year, safe
Happy
one.
New Year 2022. Let's hope 22 is so much better than 20 and 21. Not even movie-wise, but also
in general.
What happens in the world-wise.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So until next time.
Until next year.
Bye.
Bye.